Also, we have the Goblins. Now, the Goblins, I've already discussed this on. I absolutely loved the Doctor and Ruby singing. Honestly, that was fantastic.
Cause the Goblin King, oh the Goblin King, it's so good to meet you, you great big thing.
You mean bread butterflies?
Oh, yes, of course.
Today we're going to be basically doing my review for Church on Ruby Road, and I'm sorry I didn't do it yesterday. Yesterday was Boxing Day, so I had a lot going on, and also I couldn't be bothered because it was a lazy Boxing Day, sorry. So yeah, I just decided to do absolutely nothing. I kind of regret it, not gonna lie. Also, if I do sound a bit out of breath, it's because I've just been on a walk. So yeah, anyway, we're gonna be basically doing my review. So yeah, let's get into this. So the actual clip we got given before this episode was basically this clip of the Goblin song. The Goblin song, and yeah, I definitely liked it. It's an interesting song. I mean, I got told it was like cheesy, and I gotta admit, it's kind of cheesy. But yeah, it's like cheesy in like a good way, like how the goblins were singing and then they tried to eat a baby. Damn, that kin that we saw, like the big massive slug looking creature, I know it's not a slug, but I don't really know what it is, but that creature definitely is interesting because to be honest, we've not really seen anything like that, I don't think. I like the whole premise of Ruby basically, sorry if my speech is off, I like how we get a companion that's adopted. We now know that the Doctor is also adopted, and yeah, so I'm really curious to know who her mother is. A lot of people are trying to figure out, and I think we might find out in Series 1/Series 14, because in the trailer there's like this woman in the distance on the hill, and I think people have said it's played by the same person that's playing the mum, or like something to do with the mum, I don't really know. So we might figure that out, and I know a lot of people have said before the episode that it might be the Trickster. I personally would love to see the Trickster return. I feel like it would be really cool. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And then also, am I the only one that realised that this character did not, like, she didn't appear in the episode, but she was supposed to? I don't get it. Like, we literally got that as a character for the episode. That makes no sense. But in this picture, she definitely looks like a hotel type of person. So yeah, it's a bit weird how we didn't get that. And then we also got Damina McCall. Yeah, so we basically got Damina McCall, and I think that's how you pronounce it, Damina McCall. So we basically got her, and she was playing herself, because there's like this actor called Damina McCall. Apparently, I've never heard of her until this episode, so but in the news video that I did recently, sort of out of breath, keep on running, she basically, in the news video I did say that yeah, we'd be getting this actor playing herself, which is really interesting. So yeah, we basically have her playing herself, which is really, really good. I think that's the first time we've had a actor play theirself in a Doctor Who episode. I don't know about show. I definitely think it's a really fascinating and cool concept to have an actor playing theirself in a world that's fictional yet probably hasn't got the same actors. It's really interesting. So yeah, so we have Davina McCall, and then we also have Ruby on this like talk show, which might actually be a real show. I don't know, because I don't know who it was, but there was like these two people I basically watched. I will try and find a thumbnail and put it on the screen right now, basically of the video where they basically mentioned that it's probably, well, the guy basically said, isn't this a show?
Obviously on a talk show. Davina does Long Lost Family, so maybe that's what they're doing.
I think that is
Yeah.
It might be a show, I don't know. It's like basically where she talks to adopted people, I think, and basically talks about their family. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it might be a real show, so yeah. And then also we have the Goblins. Now the Goblins, I've already discussed this on. I absolutely loved the Doctor and Ruby singing, honestly.
Cause the Goblin King, oh the Goblin King, it's so good to meet you, you great big thing.
That was fantastic. I love his acting. I love his acting in this. Honestly, his acting is so amazing. I've never seen Sex Edge before, but I would imagine it's pretty good. I will definitely have to react to that one day on my channel, because I feel like there's a lot of things I'm saving for my channel as reactions. Whether or not I can actually do it one day, that's a whole new idea. There's like stuff like Star Wars, Umbrella Academy, you know, Harry Potter, you know, shows I haven't seen, which I know is shocking because a lot of those are iconic and stuff that people have seen. But yeah, so pretty much the whole entire episode, definitely really nice. I like it. I think they definitely did good with like the Doctor, basically Ruby trying to figure out who he is. I love the actual like cowboy hat that he has in the actual like party, because we've seen Matt Smith's Doctor, 11th Doctor, with like a cowboy hat.
Howdy!
Doctor! And let me just say, I like, you know, I like how they maybe run that back. It's probably not the same one, but I really enjoyed that. I love how then we basically see the Doctor dancing, like we saw in the Next Time trailer of The Giggle, because the actual, like the start of that trailer literally looked like an ad, but no, it's an actual scene. It literally looks like ad, you know, so yeah, that was really good. I like the concept of the Goblins, how they try and cause accidents and they love coincidence and like eating babies. Like, it's so random how they want to eat babies. And then also Nerden, I forgot what he said. I think it's Nerden, or Jack. I'm just gonna say Jack. Basically, Jack, he said, actually no, for YouTube purposes, I'm just gonna say Nerden. So Nerden, he basically said something about, it was in like a breakdown video of series 1/14, and he basically said something about babies being involved in that series, and I commented saying, well, that's obviously from, you know, the Church on Ruby Road, but I don't know, is there going to be more babies in like series 1/14? And the thing I'm a little bit trying to find out, the thing I'm really trying to find out is basically because I don't know, is there going to be babies in series 1/14? I don't know. So yeah, I think we might be, and like the thing is with the whole Church on Ruby Road episode, don't get me wrong, I loved it, but I'm just not good with kids, because it's like on one hand they're cute or funny, and like adorable and whatever, which I've only just learned recently, not learned, but like recently I've you know, realise, yeah, they're actually cute and they're actually adorable. And you know what, there was this time when I was in like a supermarket and there was this kid saying, oh yeah, we need one of those, in like the cutest voice. Whatever, this isn't related, but point is, I don't know, I don't mind them, but like, I don't know, babies, I think, I don't know, I don't know, I think, I feel like I prefer toddlers. I don't know, I feel like they're more fun, I don't know. Anyway, that's not related. In this episode, honestly, I didn't have a problem. Normally, because in closing time, because I'm not, I don't know, but basically, yeah, in closing time episode, I kind of just skipped to the Cybermen part, because it's like, it's not just boring, because, you know, it's just life, it's not really Doctor Who-y, but also, I don't know, I'm not trying to say if it's in a bad way, but I don't know, definitely prefer toddlers. I think, in this episode, yeah, we had basically this entire family, well, not family, but like a short family that's had lots of siblings, where basically there's been lots of like kids that this mother has adopted, and, you know, Ruby being one of them. And then we basically get her basically realising, oh, he's a time traveller, and then she goes with him in the TARDIS. But the thing is, a lot of people have, you know, obviously talked about this, because why wouldn't they? Basically, we basically get her going in the TARDIS, it goes, and then the credits roll, and then we get a new scene from this episode, which is really interesting. Basically, there's this guy that basically talks to Mrs. Flood, the grumpy neighbour of Ruby Sunday, basically saying, he basically says, Ruby, did you, not Ruby, Mrs. Flood, did you see that? It's it vanished or something. And then, weirdly enough, Mrs. Flood basically says, never seen a TARDIS before.
Never seen a TARDIS before.
And honestly, probably one of the coolest cliffhangers, because before, I think it was when we got to basically like the same shot as the first shot, where the Doctor was basically near the mother in time. But when we got that shot again, I was like, come on, we need a cliffhanger for the end. So I was really hoping that we'd get a cliffhanger, and yeah, we did. And I'm really intrigued to know who Mrs. Flood is. I would assume we'll probably be seeing her in series 1/14. Okay, so a lot of people think that I might actually do a video on this, just because I know that a lot of people have discussed this, and also I'm just really interested. So I think her as the Ronnie would be fantastic, beautiful and fantastic.
Fantastic.
So yeah, I think Mrs. Flood, okay, so I already saw this as a video. I'll put the thumbnail here on the screen, but basically there's this, I will leave a link to the previous video I talked about, and actually no, not that video, but I will leave a link to the video that you just saw the thumbnail to about Mrs. Flood. Basically, there's this guy that did a video where he basically thought that it could be a future version of Ruby Sunday. I kind of feel like it might be. That would be honestly one of the coolest things, because it's a little bit similar to what we got in, it's similar to that of what we got in Village of Angels, where we have Mrs. Hayward, and basically she turns out to be a future version of Peggy, the girl that got that went missing in the Village of Angels. I feel like we could have something like that, and it could either be a future version or a mother of Ruby that did also get mentioned in that video. And I think that would be really cool, because if we got like a future version of Ruby, or like her mother that we never found out about, honestly, I feel like that'd be pretty cool. And I'm curious to know, she might be a villain. Like, imagine a future version of Ruby, or like her mother, but like a villain version, or like maybe not a villain, but like maybe a I don't know, like assassin, maybe like a hunter. I really do not know. I know that a lot of people hate on Doom, this character, and I originally thought, luckily I've learned this, because apparently I see in black and white. I personally don't think so, but, well, I mean sometimes, but the point is, I thought originally that Doom was basically was like in Series 14 or 1, because, I don't know, I feel like that'd be cool. I don't know why people hated on her, because honestly, the video, yeah, is cheesy and cringe, but it kind of looks cool, not gonna lie. So, I don't know about anyone, but I kind of wish she was in the show. But like, imagine if Mrs. Flood was Doom, or like something, you know. And then also, what else we have? So the whole parenting thing about like the baby in the episode. When I left school, I nearly had to. When I left school, when I went into year 10, I knew I would have to do a parenting lesson, where you basically take care of like a doll that's supposed to be like a baby. It's like, they called it flower babies, but I don't know if anyone knows. But basically, I was so scared and also really nervous about having to do certain things. You know, I was pretty petrified when I found out. And then it went to year 11, and I knew that it would come really soon. Thank God I never did it, because even if I did, you know, I would be fine with consequence. I was that dependent that if I had to do it, I'm doing it with a consequence. Sorry if this review has gone off topic, I very much apologise. Yeah, so basically we also, I'm trying to think what else we got. We had, I'm trying to think what else. We got, the new Sonic. I was gonna wait and do this as a, I was gonna wait and use the new Sonic that we got for 15 as like a news video, but you know, the episode just dropped, so I couldn't really make a news video because there'd be no point, because we already seen the new Sonic. But sadly I couldn't say my thoughts, so I'll just say it now. The Sonic screwdriver that we got for 15th Doctor, played by Ncuti Gatwa, I know a lot of people hate on it, but me personally, I kinda like it. Because in my opinion, it's about time we get a new shape.
Really?
This Sonic has been like a remote, or like pen, or like stick or wand or something like that, you know, that type of shape, for so many years, 60 years I would assume. So, you know, it's good that we now have a new Sonic, and I just realised something. It's obviously not the same Sonic that 14 has, because 14 and 15 probably have their own Sonics. I don't think it's like a duplicate thing, because I'm pretty sure in the Giggle, basically, 15th Doctor, when he was in the new TARDIS of his, he basically got given it. So yeah, honestly, I kind of like it. I love it. It's really cool looking. I love the text in Gallifreyan, how it says something sharper than the sword is. I forgot what it means. I'll put a clip up now, but
It translates to the sharpness of the tongue defeats the sharpness of the warrior.
yeah, it's an it's an interesting type of text. I love the gold. And I don't know about you, but I really do not want three series, because I've realised that pretty much every single Doctor, except from Ninth Doctor, has only had 3 series, whereas the Ninth Doctor had 1. I don't know, I feel like we should go back to 2 or like 1, because it's like 3, yeah, I like it, but there's already been like 4 Doctors with 3 series. So I really hope that we go back to 1 or 2, because not just because we need a break from 3, but also because it's, you know, fun. I feel like it makes it equal, because I swear there's only been like, for the Ninth Doctor, there's only been like 1 series, and then 8th Doctor, I think there's been like 1 series and it was just 1 episode, you know? Please, can we just have a break from 3? Can we have a break from 3, please? Can we, please? Because I honestly just don't want there to be, you know, 3 a lot. Don't get me wrong, I love 3 series. God, I can't pronounce. But, I don't know, I just prefer 2 or 1 or 4 or 5. Imagine 6. I know that they would never do that, but 6 kind of sounds really, really fun. But I think it'd have to be for Doctors that are super special and amazing and just deserves it, you know? Although I feel like the previous actors will be jealous. Yeah, sorry. So, yeah, my review would definitely be a 10 out of 10. This episode, although I feel like it's a 9 or 5, because while I do think it's a good episode, it didn't bring me the satisfaction that I normally get from episodes, like the giggle and the actual like Starbeast and, you know, Power of the Doctor. Those episodes were 10 out of 10 because they had so much going on, so much chaos, so much fan service, so much amazing glory, so much legendariness. Okay, I shouldn't do that. Oh no! But you know what I mean, right? It's like this episode, you know, I like it, but the villain, I don't know, I feel like they weren't good enough and also didn't look good enough. The episode wasn't as good because the villains were just goblins, kind of lame. Legends, this is me basically editing, and I wanted to say that also I'm really, really happy that they also showed basically like, what is it, the gay side of Ncuti Gatwa. I love that because that means diversity, and also how there was like a trans friend of Ruby Sunday. I like that. I like how they're showing diversity. I can tell that Russell wanted to basically want all the discriminating people to know that it doesn't matter or something. I like it, it's diversity. Definitely like that. I love how there was also a lot of black people to show that, yeah, like, you know, basically to tell the racist people to go away. I like that because it's like diversity. So yeah, Russell definitely did that good. And also he's gay himself, so I would imagine he put elements of that into the story, especially when Ruby and Ncuti were chatting in the episode. I think that was to do with it. But yeah, I love how there's diversity. So, yeah. But you know what? I loved the goblins. I loved the concept of the goblins. And I also loved, you know, the fact that we're getting goblins. And I feel like we should maybe incorporate ghosts or zombies. Last time we saw zombies was Oxygen, and that was a fun episode. I don't really think I've seen it though. Personally, I could watch it recently, but we'll see. But yeah, this episode, I would say probably a 5. I'll give it a 9 because it was not the best, but it was really, really fun. So yeah, I'll give that a 9. So yeah, that's been my review for Doctor Who Church on Ruby Road. And I don't really think... Oh, there's also another thing. So when we had the crack basically appear, and Ruby basically went on a holiday, it definitely gave me vibes of Amy Pond and like the cracks in time, Boxing Day, I guess. And also because I couldn't be bothered, and yeah, that's been my review for Church on Ruby Road. If you did enjoy this review, then subscribe, do the thing.
Make sure you go through his channel, subscribe, and do that there!
Have a legendary year, because 2023 is nearly over. We got 2024. I'm super excited for that. Curious to know what the whole year will be about, or like you know. And I'm definitely happy that we're not extinct. I mean, it is overdue, but whatever. But yeah, this has been my review. Have a legendary year, legendary life, I guess. Yeah, I could say that. But yeah, see ya, legends. And sorry I haven't been uploading too much. I'll fix that, don't worry.